Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever really thought about the power of words? I mean, really considered how a single sentence, a phrase, or even just one word can completely change the course of your life? It's incredible when you think about it. Words can be a double-edged sword. They can cut you down, make you feel small, and imprison you in your own doubts. But they also have this immense, beautiful power to lift you up, to liberate your mind, and to set you on a path you never thought possible. Today, I want to get a little personal and share something that's incredibly important to me. I want to share one quote, just one single quote, that did exactly that. It didn't just inspire me, it saved my life, and I truly believe with all my heart that it might just offer you some transformative insights that you can apply to your own journey, whatever you might be facing right now. So, stick with me for a bit, because what I'm about to share could be the very spark you've been looking for. To really understand why this quote means so much, I need to take you back to a time, not too long ago, when I felt completely lost. I was at a major crossroads, just grappling with this overwhelming sense of doubt and uncertainty about everything. It felt like life was just throwing one curveball after another, and every time I thought I was getting back on my feet, something else would come along and knock me down again. Inspiration, something I've always relied on, felt like a distant memory, a fleeting shadow I just couldn't catch, no matter how hard I tried. I was sitting on my bed one night, just deep in thought, feeling completely overwhelmed by all the challenges piling up. It felt like I was drowning in my own life. And then, right in the middle of all that struggle, I stumbled upon a quote. It wasn't in some grand, life-altering moment. It was simple, almost accidental. But it shifted my entire perspective. It was the lifeline I desperately needed when everything felt like it was slipping through my fingers, a beacon of light in some very murky, dark waters. All right, are you ready? Here it is, the moment of revelation. The quote is by the one and only Albert Einstein, and it goes like this. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. Just let that sink in for a second. In the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. So simple, right? 9 little words. But they are so profound. Imagine the world of possibilities that opens up when you truly embrace that idea. It's not about ignoring the difficulty or pretending the struggle isn't real. It's about changing your focus. It's about understanding that within that very difficulty, that challenge, that thing that feels like it's going to break you, there is a seed of opportunity waiting to be found. This quote taught me how to reframe adversity, to see it not as a stumbling block, but as a stepping stone. It became my personal mantra, a beacon that lit the path and showed me how to shift from a mindset of just surviving to one of truly, genuinely thriving. The first time I truly internalized this quote, I swear it was like a thick fog had lifted from my mind. Suddenly, the crushing weight of all my challenges didn't seem so heavy anymore. I remember a specific instance at work not long after, where I was faced with another seemingly insurmountable problem. My old self would have panicked, felt defeated before I even started. But this time was different. Instead of focusing on the problem and sinking under its weight, I consciously, actively started looking for the opportunity hidden within it. What could I learn from this? How could this challenge make me stronger, smarter, or more creative? My entire behavior shifted almost instantly, from hesitation and fear to proactive action. My outlook on the situation transformed completely. It wasn't about the problem anymore. It was about the potential solution and the growth that would come from finding it. It was a game changer. And the beauty of this insight is that it's not just some feel-good modern idea. It's a universal truth that you can find echoed across centuries and cultures in all sorts of life philosophies. Take Stoicism, for example. The ancient Stoics taught that we don't control what happens to us, but we have complete control over how we respond. They believed obstacles are the way. Or look at Buddhism, which teaches that suffering is a part of life, but it is through understanding and moving through that suffering that we find enlightenment and peace. It's even a core principle in modern self-help and psychology. As I delved deeper into my own personal development journey reading books and listening to thinkers from all walks of life, it became crystal clear that our greatest moments of growth and transformation almost always emerge from the less tranquil, more difficult chapters of our lives. So now I want to encourage you to reflect for a moment. What words, what beliefs, what quotes could serve as a catalyst for your own growth? What can guide you along your unique path? So, here's my challenge to you. It's simple, but it could be powerful. Over the next week, I want you to seek out a quote, a sentence, or even just a single word that resonates with you, something that sparks a little fire inside. It could be from a book, a movie, a song, a conversation with a friend. It doesn't matter where it comes from. Once you have it, don't just write it down and forget about it. I want you to think about how you can internalize it, how you can make it a living, breathing part of your day-to-day decisions and actions. Maybe you write it on a sticky note and put it on your mirror. Maybe you set it as your phone's wallpaper. The goal is to see it, think about it, and let it guide you. Because real, lasting change begins when we don't just feel inspired, but when we take actionable steps with that inspiration fueling us. Remember, inspiration paired with action is the most formidable force for change there is. As we start to wrap up today, I just want you to hold on to this one idea, the immense power that words wield in our lives. They aren't just sounds we make or letters on a page. They don't just fill empty spaces in a conversation. They build bridges to new horizons. They shape our reality. The quote that saved my life is more than just my personal anchor now. It's an open invitation for you to explore your own transformative journey. So hold on to the words that uplift you. Seek out the ones that challenge you to be better. And never, ever stop growing. Your journey doesn't end here with this video. In fact, it's just beginning. Thank you so much for being here and sharing this time with me today. It means the world. If this resonated with you, please hit that like button and consider subscribing for more content like this. Until next time, keep striving and keep thriving.